name's Andy Gray. I'm the Global Communications Manager for DiRT, so I look after all the press and the public face of the game.
Well, it's the third installment in DiRT franchise. Of course, Colin McRae series has been around much longer. Can you give us a quick overview of the main new elements you're introducing in DiRT 3?
Yeah, absolutely. So the start of DiRT 3 was very much going back to what we'd done in DiRT 1 and DiRT 2, what worked, what didn't, what the fan feedback was. It's very much based upon the reaction of our fans, of our community, of our forums. So rally is back in a big way. The main concentration of your career is very much rally based because that's what the fans wanted at the end of the day. In terms of new stuff, the major new game feature or game mode is Gymkhana. So the kind of stuff that you see Ken Block doing on YouTube, you can now go and do in a game, just doing cool stunts, tricks, jumps, all that kind of thing in a game, doing something a bit more irreverent, just a bit more fun, just messing about in a car. Then we've got other new features such as split screen for multiplayer, a load of party modes for online play, also YouTube upload facilities. So any replay in the game from all, whether it's PC, PS3 or Xbox, press of one button you can upload up to 30 seconds directly to YouTube.
Yeah, because with the YouTube function, you're really trying to make sorts of to make people show off their skills in the Gymkhana mode, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think Gymkhana is where it's really going to come into its own because you get people doing really cool stunts and uploading those. But it also works for like if you've had a big crash or you've beaten a friend on the last corner of a rallycross event. All of a sudden you can just Facebook that video straight to him and rub his face in it. But I think the YouTube thing is going to be huge. It enables us to do some really cool stuff as well, community-wise, like the best 10 crashes on.
Yeah, because can you really in the game you kind of like edit your video and you just watch the replay and select which parts you want to upload?
Yeah, so it's a very simple system. We didn't want a system that required people to have to learn it and go in and have to do any kind of really video editing. So it uploads up, you pick a start point and an end point up to 30 seconds apart, and then you can change the camera angles or the speed of the playback. But it's actually really, really simple and just like a couple of button presses.
Right, and about the rally system, the rally mode, of course, you put back in the snow races,
yep.
And a lot of more in the weather system. You're actually taking the weather system from F1 2010, right?
Yeah, so F1 and DiRT are based on the same Ego engine, so it enables us to share tech. So the weather system in F1 was absolutely phenomenal. So it's been taken into DiRT and honed a little bit because obviously the surface types are very different in DiRT to what you get in Formula 1. Because Formula 1, it's generally a really good road surface, whereas in DiRT you're racing on gravel, grass, mud, all different kinds of surfaces, so they react very differently to different kinds of weather. So it's just having that kind of sharing between the studios is really good and really beneficial for us.
Yeah, and in the snow races, we also see that the impact of the environment.
Yeah, so the snow is a fully deformable snow system. We've got tessellated snow, which essentially means the racing line is always going to be relatively clear and relatively quick. It's actually surprising. I've actually been ice rallying this week, and it's surprising the amount of grip you actually get when you've got snow tyres on ice that's relatively clear. It's when you get snow built up on that then becomes a problem. So the racing line itself is relatively clear, but if you stray off that, you're going to find like banks of snow which will then deform around the tyres, around the bumpers, losing you grip, but also creating a lot of drag on the car, which will really slow you down.
Another new main key element in DiRT 3 is the party mode. You know, right? What kind of modes can we expect? Because you're with a group of people in front of the TV, so do you just switch the controllers? You hand over the controllers? How does it work?
Okay, so the party modes are predominantly based online. It's for up to 8 players. A couple of team-based, a couple of solo. So there's 4 different party modes, one of which is cat and mouse, which is based on a rally circuit. 2 teams of 4. Each team has a mouse, which is an old 1960s Mini, quite slow. The other 3 cars are made up of Group B rally cars, which are really powerful, really fast. It's about who can get their mouse to the finish line first in a team. So it's, do you push your mouse, do you go and ram the other team's mouse, that kind of thing. Then the other party modes are based in a DC compound, so it's about bringing new elements to a racing game that isn't just about who's the fastest driver, who can get to the line first, who's the most skillful. It's about doing something that's a bit more irreverent, a bit more fun, just like jump in, jump out. Different party modes. So the first one is Infection, where you all start in a circle, 8 cars, all head out. 3 seconds in, one car becomes infected, kind of green slime comes over the car. It's then essentially a game of tag. So you're running away, trying to hide. As soon as you bash into them, they become infected too. So it's the last car to become infected is effectively the winner. There's also a kind of capture the flag mode, where the flag will appear in different areas of the map. You have to transport it to different areas. And then the final one is called Invasion, where you're in 2 teams of 4, loads of pop-ups come up. So you've got pop-ups of robots, pop-ups of skyscrapers. Each robot your team hits, you gain a point. Each skyscraper you hit, you lose a point. So it's about accruing points for teams, doing the kind of stuff that shooters do with online. Just bringing in different kind of party ways, different ways to play the game, really.
Yeah, but do you think the DiRT fans are really waiting for something like that? Because the DiRT fans I know are really into the rally racing. Is this more of a way to expand the audience, or is it something the fans ask you guys to put in?
It's core. The core fans are always going to be playing the rally events and all that kind of thing online. Absolutely everything that you can play in the game is available online. So I'm sure a lot of people will be doing the rallying. But I think the party modes and the Gymkhana modes and the compound are really going to surprise quite a lot of people. Certainly, when we've been demoing the game, a lot of people have been quite. I don't think I'm going to be that interested in Gymkhana, but when they actually play it, all of a sudden it clicks and it's like, oh, this is actually really good fun. It's just a good laugh, and it's actually a really good way to learn skills and that transfer to your rallying. So it's a really good way for us to broaden the audience, especially because it's a different kind of take on racing games. But at the same time, I think quite a lot of the hardcore or the sort of core fans of the game are actually going to really like it once they get their hands on it.
Right, and when can they get their hands on it? When will it be out in stores?
So it's out on PC, PS3 and Xbox 360 on May the 24th.